Now, another dream my daughter had was she was holding a baby. And it had something to do, it was a little girl, something to do with her being part trained. My daughter said, I can feel that she was not my baby, but she was close to me. She said, I could just feel it in a dream. So, and she told me some more dreams. So now, my children want to think they're psychic because they are programming them. These are programs they're using. They're programming you to have these dreams about the future that things actually do happen. Not saying that we can't dream that. We can. But we even have to watch ourselves in our sleep because they creep in. So, after they take Yakel, she said she don't even know what made her beat Yakel. She just hit him. She took a belt and hit him across his back. Only his back. And she said she doesn't really know what made her do it. She just knows he kept fucking around in school. He just kept messing around in school. He wants to be the boss in school. He wants to go to school, but when he gets there, he wants to be the boss. And so, it was nothing she can do. And next thing she knows, she just got a belt, hit him on his back a couple of times. And the pictures they have, they're whips, but he is her property. He is her property. That's in the Constitution. They beat their property, but we cannot beat us. Okay? They'll kill the property in the street and put it on TV and so it's lit. I killed this little slave bastard. He has a birth certificate. That means that I can kill his ass. I'll go to court and I'll be set free because he has a birth certificate. That means this little nigger bastard is not a live person. It's a dead person. You are a straw man. So he's beating you the way he would be a scarecrow. Sometimes you have to take a broom and hit the scarecrow because the scarecrow will have shit on it and dust and shit. So yeah, that's how they do us because they say because we have a birth certificate. I think that's the most dumbest thing in the world. Because I have a birth certificate, you are able to kill me. Now see, this is when I say the people of Earth. I don't know if I want to keep using mind control for you. I think I use it as an excuse to keep me sane. That you are under my control. Because I feel like you have to have a mind for someone to control. You're out of your fucking mind because someone can tell you. The reason they kill your baby and they don't go to jail is because of a piece of paper that they coerced us to sign. We had no idea. We were signing our children over to them. Oh, I was telling you in one video too that my son, although, he's a little mutant, had the baby in the hospital, but he refused to sign the birth certificate. Guess where my son wound up? In jail. It's against the law. If they find that your baby, and see, this is something the scholars are not telling you. If they find that your baby does not have a birth certificate, and your baby does not have a social security card, you can go to jail. It is against the law. It's like harboring an alien because the baby belongs nowhere. So man thinks that you have to have a piece of paper to belong somewhere. It's like we have to have a piece of paper. You belong to the Moors over here. You have a piece of paper. You belong to these people over here. You have a piece of paper. You get married. You have a piece of paper. It's like man is law. Not emanator, but man. When we came to Earth, no one had a piece of paper saying we belong to Earth. Or did we have a piece of paper saying we belong to any other planet or the galaxy or the sky or a star? Not into the pink man came. Who told the pink man that we needed a piece of paper to say who we are, where we're from? Who told him that shit was okay? Must have been Earthlings, because they do that shit. Bizarre dreams. And then they have unexplained memories. What the fuck is an unexplained memory? I shall tell you. It's a transference. Some of them. There's probably more than one. But some of them, and I've gone through that with my sister Deborah. She used to have memories. Say, "Oh, I remember when we." No. I remember when I know. That's not you. That's me. That's my memory. She even one time wanted to tell me about a dream that she had. She said, "Oh, I can't remember the rest," and I did. I told her the dream. She said, "Yeah, that's it. I said, "Yeah, because that's my dream." So see, they're putting my memories in her head. They can't put her memories in my head. I just remember certain things she did, but I did not do that. See, Deborah was bad as fuck. She would be. She's a military human subject. Then they sent her to my house, I'm going to talk about that next, I guess. I have to talk all this shit out. I'll just sit in this drab, doom and gloom ass room and just fucking melt away. Damn, that sounds like a good idea, though. But I don't want to die like I'm limp or lethargic or no, it takes too long. I don't want to die like that. I don't mind dying, if I just lay down and die, and say, how did she die? She died like this, that's how I want to die. I don't want to just lay in the bed and sleep until I fucking die, because then I have to wake up and pee, I am in the flesh, and man, this flesh really fucks me up. If I were not in the flesh, I'd fuck these motherfuckers up. I don't have to touch anything, but I'm not in the flesh. I will not be 3D. I will not be able to touch anything, but I can use energy. Something that my entities did not know before they died. You see, but I do. So, if you don't know this type of energy before you die, when you die, you cannot come back and fuck them up. You can fuck them up. You can do them the same way they do us on the wire, except you don't need a wire. Make the motherfucker see you. When they look in the mirror, appear in the mirror. Scare the fuck out of them. You know what I'm saying? You can probably do it now. I can probably do it now. All I have to do is go into my mind. See if I can just see, but I need to actually. I have pictures of Carmel, but I don't know that that's her or not. So I don't want to fuck her ass up like that, and then and that picture belongs to someone else. They're doing that, they like to run their goddamn machine through your body and shit. Someone calls them worms or Mongolians or some shit. There's not worms or Mongolians or whatever the fuck it is. That's them on a fucking machine fucking with me. And they're pissed because they can't get my mind the way they want to. Now you have unexplained memories. That is kind of funny though, unexplained. If you nothing. Unconventional or no visible means of financial support. See, I became like that because I'm in the Monarch program. So they have me as an unconventional or visible or no visible means of financial support. Now I'm going to tell you who's behind the Monarch program. They are not going to keep themselves out. The CIA in the United States. Then they say you are bisexual, bisexuality. That means you are confused. You don't know what sex you want, so you'll take any sex. And I did research bisexuality, and I find that a high percentage of those who are bisexual are also into bestiality because they're confused about their sex. And it also comes from them fucking their children when their children are 2 and 4. Like Dorothy, she can remember 14 months. She dug that deep. 14 fucking months old. Pun intended on a fucking who does that. If a monarch is not maintained, the virus, United States, personalities, internet technology, targeted individual, might internet technology start to surface. In some cases, a monarch may simply be abandoned if something happened to the controller. You see that shit? Do you see it? And sometimes I saw for a girl. I was on my way to Richmond, last year sometime, And she was a pink chick, and she was petite. You know, she looked to be like maybe 12, but she was old. But her body looked to be 12, and that's something else too. That is an experiment they did. I found that information too a couple of years ago. But she was so small, and she was like on the ground, you know, like a cat. You know, like a cat sits, you know, and you know, with her butt on her feet and her arms, you know, like on her elbows, and she just kept rocking back and forth, and I said to my mind, her handler must have left to go to the restroom, because she appeared to be waiting for someone to move her. And this is what it says: simply be abandoned if something happened to the controller or they are no longer needed. See? So her controller left for a while. Who knows if he came back and picked her up? You know, the puppet master. And or if you are no longer needed. When you are no longer needed, you will become abandoned. I'm surprised they don't have targeted. There it is. Targeted individual. See? Targeted individual. Because that's what will happen to you. You'll become a target. Or they'll have you just walking in the street well, you're walking in the street and talking to yourself, your controller, your handler, whatever the fuck these niggas are, they're still there. They still have you doing stupid shit like that. You're not the stupid one. They're the stupid ones because they're in your mind, they're controlling you. However, they are usually, see, I told you they will not keep themselves out. United Snakes of Asshole and Illuminati will no longer needed, the 33, as their memories pose a risk to the people who create them and manage them. Isn't that something? The memories pose a risk to the people who created them and managed them. Well, that means that I guess I don't know, maybe you start remembering the people who programmed you or something. They are usually killed when no longer needed, as their memories pose a risk to the people who created them and managed them. Oh, it's like Carmel, she writes, so she creates the programs. I don't know who managed the program. It might be Jamie, since she comes up so much. But this is talking about Carmel. She did try to kill me, the nasty bitch. The sex industry and monarchs, you know, who gives a fuck? They're going to have you do all kind of shit. You know, celebrity and monarchs, you know, that's because they have a program. And here it goes. In the 1968, look at his name, Peter Sellers. His name is Peter and Sellers. 2 E's, 2 E's, 2 5's, 2 L's. Wow, he got it going on. And his movie is I Love You. It's Alice, which is code word for CIA. B, Tokless or whatever. There's a strange scene where Peter Sellers noticed a butterfly tattoo on the thigh of a character, and her name is Nancy. So, since her name is Nancy, it's a character, but it may not be a real female. And ask, is that a butterfly? A monarch butterfly? The scene doesn't have any purpose other than to perhaps CIA communicate a message about the monarch program. See, this is what I tell you. They do movies and shit. See, that's it. And they always want to put it on themselves, you know. They want to be the monarch. That's why they're in your heads. They want to be the ones who give you your memories, who say what your memories are. That's why they created that fucking school to send our children to, so they can get into our children's heads. Yeah, I remember the bits. I just don't remember actually what she looks like. Mind control slave, educate yourself. This is really a nice place to go to. Educate yourself, because he has so much stuff over there, and you can read so much stuff over there. Now, here's the Illuminati formula used to create an undetectable. I read it a couple of times. This is where I talk about the puppet master. The Illuminati formula used to create an undetectable total mind control slave. That's what my daughter is. She's a total mind control slave. She is undetectable of her being under mind control. I told you she talked to this guy. She talks to him so much. She's known him for years. But I didn't know she was talking to him like this. It seemed to be every now and then she talks to him. I guess every now and then he had to handle her. But now it's every day, all day long. As long as she's free and not at work, she damn near talks to him. And I said, don't the nigga work? Oh, he's off work right now. He does this, he does that. I forget what he does. But whatever he does, it does have something to do with mind control. And I told her that. Say, work by our ignorance of knowing them. Wow. These techniques only work by our ignorance of knowing them. Herein, let us apply the heart to the mind and awaken a middle way by infiltrating another piece of the cancer of sleep, as all is God in action. And I guess if he's talking about us, but I saw something else too that had God in it. See, I read shit like this, and when they start to go into that Jesus and God shit, then I know you're full of bullshit. See, these people, they need to be seen, whether they're seen on paper or in a movie, in a video, in a picture, in a newspaper. Doesn't matter. Warning: read this first before reading the book. I'm not going to read that. But as I was saying, they can do that to me too. They have me stop one place and go somewhere else, or I can be doing that myself, because I'm always I read some shit, and then I go on to that. It says, how long, O Lord, holy and true? Blood, sweat, and tears, and see, SOCIA, with the book, the blood of the innocent targeted individuals of this mind-controlled icon cries out in a single unison, along with the pungent sweat of those who have tried to minister help to the shattered humanity. Humanity is internet technology. They're fucking us up by the sadistic, and there's your internet technology and targeted individual. The sadistic. I may be pronouncing it wrong, but they're the ones who need targeted individuals to be so they can be the programmers. But they also are getting their income, the spending income on it too. And the pools of tears, in the word tears is shed as this book was written. How long, O Lord, holy and true, do you not judge and avenge our blood on earth? And I know, man, you do not know how many times I said that shit. How long? Because that motherfucker ain't come. That's why. And avenge our blood on earth. There's the word ear. I read somewhere else too. There was ear. And I just don't like to keep stopping. But they're fucking with our ear. Well, I was telling you about my daughter. So when they took the prophet from my daughter, and I'll tell the story before they took him in the next video. But when they took him, I did not know this. By the time I found out they took him, I called my daughter. And my daughter was in this area with this guy. That's states away. She left her baby to go be with this guy. So he's on the phone. She's here. She's back here now. She comes back here and everything. Oh man, I swear she makes the dumbest damn decisions. Who the fuck does this shit? So now she's always talking to him on the phone. So I'm in touch with her. She comes over here and stuff like that. So maybe we're coming from court or something. But I know we're walking, and she begins to tell me how she's going. Oh no, she called me on the phone. She said if it takes they told me it's going to take 3 to 6 months before I can get him back, you know, the squad and all this kind of stuff. She said, I'm not going to stay here 3 to 6 months and be homeless and do this and do that, you know, because now they have her as the monarch and now she's homeless, you know, but she does have a job here. So she's talking about leaving her baby and going states over to this guy. And I asked her, who the fuck does that? And I told her, I said, I left you guys in Florida because they took you guys from me. Straight took you from me. I was never going to get you back. And I was homeless. I didn't know anyone there to stay there. You see what I'm saying? So I came back here to San Diego, California, where, by the way, California does have 5 Gwen Towers. That's why they needed to get me back here. They always seem to need to get me back here. Funny, the first time I left, well, it wasn't the first time, it was the second time I left from here. A lady named Dorothy, she told me, she said, oh girl, I'm not worried, you'll be back. I was like, wow. And I always come back to the 5 Gwen Towers. So now my daughter's listening to this guy, and I know he's a handler, he's a controller. I know he is. It says, wake up America. See? And it should also say, wake up Eric with your dumbass hoeing ass. You know? See, Eric is right there. He doesn't give a damn about these motherfuckers holding us hostage, talking about some stupid ass piece of paper that's a birth certificate that we all were forced to fucking sign. Did not know we were turning ourselves back over into slavery to the Queen of England. We have always been her slaves. We've never been just the slaves of the pink man. We've always been her slaves. When they came to get us, when the pink man came to get us, they came under queen, the queen. I know they came to get my folk, mine. I don't know about yours, mine. Well, and I don't know what to say to my daughter. I don't know how to approach her on this, and I just really want to leave it alone with her. You know, and I feel so sorry for her because I know what she's going through, and I know what they are trying to put me through as far as me going through post-trauma based mind control to do this shit all over. And you know, Dr. Valentine said it's not good for a female to be so stressed out. And as he was speaking, I'm like, yeah, that's so true. You know? That's why we're supposed to have brothers around us in our lives, you know? Lions. Supposed to be around the lioness and her cubs. I mean, they don't have to have a relationship, you know, they can be brothers, sister, you know. And I reach out to a lot of brothers and I be like, hey, you know, brother, help us sister out. Okay, I'm going to cut this short. And I said I was coming back with something, but I talked enough today, maybe tomorrow. Let me get my sad ass somewhere to do something. I don't know what. But I'm sure I'm going to exercise my brain cells. No matter how lethargic this dumbass body of mine is, I can't wait to shed it. It just holds me down. But I'm always going to exercise my brain cells. Maybe tomorrow. Shit talker out.